followed Starbucks, obviously, very closely for years. You know Mr. Schultz fairly well. I know him a bit through the years, but I'm curious, what are your thoughts here in terms of, A, the likelihood he does this? By the way, he considered it last time. We know that.
Oh, he sure did.
Prior to 16, and perhaps even regretted not having done it.
Well, I think that there's this whole undercurrent of if he could get by acclamation the Democratic nomination, he would take it. I don't think he really likes retail politics. I think he's a little, I think that criticism comes hard. I'm going to give you criticism. I'm going to hear blowback. Let me give you an example. Why don't we do real-time examples, okay? Scott Pelley says to him, there was an incident in Philadelphia that was a terrible incident where there was, let's just call it a racist incident, all right? Let's call it what it says. And then you were excoriated for having a coffee shop tell people what it thinks about humanity. And then what Howard Schultz says, this is about this incident in Philadelphia again. The execution was flawed. And who owns that execution? I do, because I was the one who was pushing us not play it safe. Wait a second. It wasn't him. I don't know about play it safe or not. Kevin Johnson was the CEO. He's been the CEO for a year. I mean, this is the kind of thing, I will say this, and it'll really bother Howard that I pointed that out.
Although to be fair, he was chairman then. He was leading the way still. No, he was not.
And the guy who solved this problem, or at least made it so that there was a dialogue, was Kevin Johnson. Kevin went right to Philadelphia. He really dealt with it in a terrific way. And yes, I am saying right here, right now, that this is what I most fear. I most fear something that says, hey, listen, I was running Starbucks, and I addressed it. Kevin addressed it. We had Kevin on Friday. So what I'm saying is, I'm just using this as a paradigmatic example of where I think that Howard's going to say, and come on, that's not true, come on. I think that Howard, in general, and I've known Howard for a long time, can be, particularly on things like this.
Yeah.
And remember, I'm only using it as an example. He was very calm, very considered. It was an interesting and, I think, powerful interview. He's got a book tour. But when I read something like that, I said, why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Well, as you might imagine, a lot of the people who follow politics more closely than we do say if, in fact, he does run as an independent, it conceivably will make Trump's candidacy much stronger. And it is interesting to note, Jim, that perhaps there is an antipathy in the Democratic Party towards corporations that is not going to allow those who would be aligned more towards that.
Well,
because he's a liberal in every way,
movement,
except, you know.
Yeah. Well, you talked about certain.
A Democrat all his life.
He went fiscal conservative. This was the old formula. Remember, it was fiscal conservative, liberal on the human rights issues. That's where he addressed himself.
Yeah.
And he feels that the Democrats have gone fiscal liberal. He had some very good ideas about costs. Howard has long been an ambassador to the United States for around the world. They have so many stores. But I think that the issue here is going to be the Democratic Party just saying, listen, are you kidding me? You'll make it so there's no chance that we win. And that's why I think he would like the nomination for the Democrats.